have I seemed frantic? I am. I mean, I'm pacing up and down in the morning and the evening with my wife. I'm moving out in the country because I know the society's collapsing. More and more, they admit we're going into a depression. I know we've got totally ruthless globalists running things. I mean, look at how much of what we've talked about has come true. The Chinese president announces that they want to get rid of the dollar as the world reserve currency and replace it with the Chinese currency. Exactly what we told you the Russians and the Chinese had planned. Our own elite have had this planned. And he's going to be with us until 45 after, and then no doubt I'm going to have him back up later in the week for an hour-and-a-half, 2-hour interview. I just wanted to introduce Lindsey Williams to our Sunday audience. He's never been on with us on the Sunday broadcast. I think we may have rebroadcast part of an interview with him once, but this is his first live interview on the Sunday broadcast, so I want to come back in the next segment and introduce him. But remember, he was on with us 3 months ago, and Ken Frum was very ill and had told him he could start talking more about him. That was the head of operations for Atlantic Richfield. The other guy was the actual CEO at another big oil company. I know his name. I can't reveal that. But now Lindsey can give you even more information from his meeting with the other living former CEO. But what did the living CEO and the deathbed CEO, Ken Frum, who died about a month ago, tell him? Well, 3 months ago, they both told Lindsey Williams that oil was going to be going from 60 roughly to 150 to 200 by the end of 2011. That starting from 6 months out, it would just accelerate. Well, look, that has already begun. In fact, Lindsey said it will start immediately, but 6 months run up 140, 150. After that, could go all the way to 200. Lindsey's done this before with his source. Lindsey's done this before. So, Lindsey, we're about to go to break and come back to the full audience. Some stations don't carry this little 5-minute segment, but you've got new information from the other living former oil company, Big Three CEO, that adds to this image you're putting together for us.
Alex, I've been in communication with the gentleman who promised to give me information after Ken Frum died. I've had numerous communiques with him in the past week. The things he has told me that are about to take place, I am so glad that I can be with your audience today. I must warn you as to what's about to happen. I plead with you. I beg of you. I'm going to go over the things, each one at a time. I plead with you to take immediate action, Alex.
I'm trying to take immediate action. You know how slow things move, and I'm trying to protect myself individually. I want to recap, though, briefly your history, what Ken Frum told you, those big predictions that we now see unfolding. And, I wish you were wrong, Lindsey, but all these years when you couldn't tell us their names, I knew the names. Dr. Monteith had called the men and confirmed it. And it's funny, it was hiding in plain view back in the early summer of 2008. You had made your announcement, but then hiding in plain view, I noticed that a few weeks later we'd gone to Bilderberg to cover it, and Jim Tucker's source inside Bilderberg said oil's going to go up to 150. And so separately, you basically are hitting Bilderberg-level sources. We're hitting our Bilderberg-level sources and giving people that intel, and that shows just how much power these people have.
These people control the world. They tell the president what to do. They dictate to Congress what bills to pass. And, Alex, it was only by the providence of God that I had the privilege of living with these people for 3 years' time as the chaplain, invited to be their chaplain on the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline. Got to know some of them, and over the years they've told me these things. It's not Lindsey Williams. I am not a prophet, but these people tell me these things, and I give out the message exactly as they've told to me, and that's what you've been hearing time after time on your program, is what these elitists tell me personally, and I feel a moral obligation to warn the world, because very few people have the contact and the privilege of rubbing shoulders with them in such a manner. And again, I say, I give it all the providence of God, all the glory to God, because now I can tell you what they're going to do, and you must take immediate action because of what I've been told in the past week's time. That
Pastor, stay there. Absolutely. 1 minute break, coming right back to you. Recap that. Let's get into the new intel.
I know it's a little different than what you're hearing on some shows, but I'm giving it to you from the elite themselves. But then he went on to say, you will not be able to buy it. And I asked him the question. I said, folks, you I'm sure you've seen this at the grocery store. And I asked him why. I said, well, what are you talking about? He said, the grocery store shelves will be full, but you will go hungry. I just came back from the grocery store a few moments ago buying some things for my family. In 1 week, the price of some toilet paper goods have gone up $3 in the Safeway.
No, you said 2 years ago that food prices would double, and now I have the headlines: wheat and corn up by 50% just in the last 6 months. It's dollar devaluation, but the media won't tell anybody why this is happening.
You must, I plead with you, go. You do this immediately. You've got to get 6 months' supply of food into your house immediately. The currency is devaluating so rapidly, and I was told this past week what's going to happen to the gold and silver market, and I've got the figures here in front of me, which I'm going to read you when we come to this next segment. And, folks, the dollar is going down so rapidly. I was told, and I've told it on the Alex Jones Show numbers of times, by the end of 2012, the dollar will be dead. Now, Mr. Fromm said that before he passed away. This new individual is confirming to me that they are on time. Their timeline is right where I was told it was going to be. They feel that the American people are waking up too rapidly. They may have to retreat just a little bit, but they definitely are on target for what they want to do. Now, you're going to see it, first of all, at the grocery store. You're seeing it right now, and the dollar is devaluating so much that if you don't get 6 months' supply of food in that house immediately, you probably will not be able to afford it because the dollar is going to be so worthless.
And again, 3 months ago, you told people when it was $60-something a barrel that it was going to be going up, and look what happened, just like in 2008. You told people the same thing.
Ago, they told me it was going from $147 a barrel to $50 a barrel. Alex, I went on your show. I almost had to apologize for what I was saying. People said, you're crazy. You shouldn't say things like that over Alex Jones' show. I did, and 2 months later, it happened exactly as they had said it. You remember when you were paying $1.50 a gallon at the gas pump? And they told me, Alex, you heard me say this on your show. They said it's going to stay that way for 2.5 years. Alex, didn't I say that?
Lindsay, all the interviews are archived, millions of views all over the web. You said with precision it's going to go from $60 to $150, and it went to $149. Then at its peak, you called and said, now they say it's going back down below 60. You said it's going to 40. Everybody laughed at you. I got made fun of. Within 3 months, it was below 100. Within 6 months, it was down to a few days below 40. And, I mean, so you didn't just say exactly how it would go up, exactly how it would go down. Now, your same source on his deathbed, he's dead now, 3 months ago, he died a month ago, said it's going 150, maybe even 200 in the next year. Now that's in the headlines because I know who these men are. I can now say Ken Fromm, former head of Atlantic Richfield, the other guy even more high-powered. I'll just call him Mr. L. Is that okay to say that?
That's perfectly fine. We can get by with that. But 2 years ago, they told me that it was going to stay somewhere around $50 to $70 a barrel for 2.5 years. Alex, it did it almost to the month. I'm telling you now where I have been told that it is going. It is going to $150 to $200 a barrel in 6 to 9 months. Unless the American people wake up too fast, they would retreat slightly for a short period of time if they see that happening. And Alex, the American people are waking up, but it is going to $150 to $200 a barrel. You're going to be paying $4 to $5 a gallon at the gas pump within the next 6 to 9 months.
Stay there, Lindsay Williams. More. They've given you new intel. You've talked to the other guy.
Welcome to the currency of the future. Are you tired of watching others win? Ever been in the right place at the right time? Most people want to win financially, but just don't know how. In the next few minutes, we'll show you how to win by introducing a concept that everyone needs. The bursting of the real estate market with a stunning array of bank failures, lost jobs, dependency on oil, political chaos, and natural disasters around the world have created a crisis that not one of us can do anything about to protect our families. EFoods Gllobal is introducing a new currency that will change the way you think. Are you ready? Do you have what it takes to not only survive hard times, but also thrive in them? In times like these, the most valuable currency we have is food and food reserves. It is more precious than gold, oil, and cash. Food is our greatest dependency, because when you're hungry, nothing else matters. You know it, and I know it. EFoods Global is offering a unique plan to flourish in these times. You can't control earthquakes, floods, or the real estate meltdown. But if you have food, you have personal solutions to how these things affect you. More and more people desperately need food reserves. This massive increase in demand means enormous financial opportunity for those who recognize it and share it with others. EFoods Global is the gold standard of food reserves. Once you serve and enjoy one of our delicious, easy-to-fix meals and then save some for the future, you'll have caught our vision. Serve it, save it, share it. It couldn't be simpler. Having enough of the right kind of reserves is a crucial part of winning in any of life's challenges. Our economy thrives when reserves are high: oil, gold, food, and savings. Your lifestyle thrives when your reserves are high. Our premium food line is the financial plan for you, your family, friends, and neighbors to create peace of mind and independence. Many will be able to earn their food that have no other means to feed themselves. Others will be able to create part-time, full-time, and big-time income with EFoods Global. This is the right time, and you are in the right place. Click the Win button now and reserve your founding position along with a person who showed you this video, and stake your claim on your own financial future. We are already attracting thousands, many of whom are coming from our current customer base. Would you like them to be a part of your team? EFoods Global is now accepting member applications for this once-in-a-lifetime chance to change your life forever. We have a successful business model, high-powered leadership, and something that everyone must have. Register right here, right now, and order your 6 free meals so you can truly discover what the currency of the future and your freedom taste like. EFoods Global, saving families one meal at a time.